Hello, thanks for coming. Today's topic, emptiness, Buddha's golden touch. Golden touch, the famous King Midas is popularly remembered in Greek mythology for his ability to turn everything he touched into pure gold. Touch. Golden touch. I like this. This came to be called golden touch or Midas touch. So Buddha's essence teaching, or the essence of Buddha's teaching, is the emptiness. If you really understand the emptiness, that's a golden touch on you. If I say the gold is most valuable, I mean in ancient time at least, right? Thing in the world, and you have this golden touch. Imagine you have this golden touch on everything, and everything turns into pure gold. First of all, I'm touched by Buddha's teaching, and I turn into this most valuable gold or diamond, let's say. Now, diamond is more valuable. And from that moment, you're turned into the diamond of gold, the most pure consciousness. You may have a golden touch on other people too. It's like a power, and it's an innate power. So what does it mean, a golden touch? So if you see I sent you a link of the Heart Sutra. Actually, Heart Sutra is talking about this golden touch. I just read a little bit. At least we have like a basic stuff to continue to, dive in. The Heart Sutra, the essence of essence, like the epic of Buddha's teaching, is in the Heart Sutra. So because it is so simple, so condensed information, the density of the Heart Sutra is so high that everyone may have a different meaning or different understanding. Heart Sutra in Chinese only like 260 characters. It like contains the essence of Buddha's teaching. So because it's so high density, so everyone have different understanding unless you are fully awakened. Then you have the true understanding of Heart Sutra. So I use this Heart Sutra as a base for this today's topic, golden touch. The Bodhisattva of compassion, when he meditated deeply, saw the emptiness of all five skandhas and sundered the bonds that caused him or her suffering. So emptiness of all the five skandhas. Skandhas, I talk about this, basically forms, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and knowledge or limited consciousness. All your body and mind are empty. Let's say the arms, legs, brain, heart, lung, all the organs, tissues, calm now. The feeling of the calm is empty. Okay? feelings, perception. How you perceive the world is the perception. You depict a world on a white canvas of the reality. How many picture or worlds right now? 8 billion different pictures. Everyone is depicting a world according to his or her understanding of this totality or white canvas. Our mind is depicting a picture from moment to moment on this canvas of reality. That's why there's only one absolute reality but we have 8 billion different worlds or minds in human domain only. If you calculate all the animals, infinite numbers of rendering of this reality. The Buddha's golden touch is that in human domain, we have 8 billion different renderings of worlds. His conclusion is all your picturing or rendering 8 billion different pictures or worlds are empty. It's crazy. There's no true self in it. It's not permanent. It's fleeting. That's the power. That's golden touch, especially expressed in this Heart Sutra. 5 skandhas are all empty. Feelings or forms, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and the limited consciousness. Your knowledge from your experiencing is empty too. No matter you're a doctor, professor, in physics, science, artist, no matter what you're doing right now, okay? If you don't see this totality, I'm sorry. You're not Buddha yet. Although you're innate Buddha, you didn't awaken to the totality. Because you don't see that white canvas yet. You cannot see through the 5 skandhas, or you cannot see the emptiness of 5 skandhas. Then you are not Buddha. So simple. And once you can see through the 5 skandhas or see the emptiness of 5 skandhas, you sunder the bonds that caused you suffering. What's the suffering? Attachments, resistance, depression, anger, birth, death, aging, sickness, cannot get what you want, cannot get rid of what you don't want. That's all different forms of suffering. All the sufferings because you cannot sunder the bonds. You attach the 5 skandhas. You resist the 5 skandhas. Once you see the emptiness of all 5 skandhas, you won't attach, you won't resist. So there's no suffering anymore. You see the emptiness. You see the reality as it is. It's always is. It is. It always so. It's crazy. So emptiness, then form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is only emptiness. Emptiness only form. So you see the translation here is a little bit different. Sometimes it's translated that emptiness is form, form is emptiness. Now he He said, form is only emptiness. Stress the keynote here. Form is no other than emptiness. In Einstein's words, is that object in the space is no other than space. Einstein said something similar, but it's not exactly what he said. He said he's saying it should be any object in space. Take a look. Your computer, your cell phone. The object, the cell phone or computer in the space is an extension of space. So, extension of the space, okay? It's no other than space. It is the extension of the space, or let's simply put, it is the space. Object is the space. I use this metaphor because form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is only emptiness. Emptiness, only form. You see, Einstein kind of had this glimpse of enlightenment too. Yeah, it's very funny. Feeling, thought, choices, consciousness itself are the same as this. So form is the first skandha, feeling second, thought. We sometimes translate perception, the thought, the third, and the fourth, choice or mental formations. Here is different translation. Anyway, as long as you can get it, how you translate doesn't matter. Consciousness itself are the same as this. So if I start from feeling, so feeling is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than feeling. Feeling is only emptiness. Emptiness is only feeling. I can go on the third one. Thought is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than thought. Thought is only emptiness. Emptiness is only thought. So you see, this is all the negations. All the negations. There's only one ultimate truth. All the feelings, perceptions, mental formations or choices here, consciousness is all the five skandhas are in the emptiness, are empty, are in the Dhammakaya, are in the field of zero energy. It's crazy. All things are by nature void. That's a golden touch on everything. Once you have this understanding, your mind touches everything that is empty. You transcend the phenomenal world or the material world by your understanding. That's the golden touch. Now, this understanding is not only a worldly understanding, it's wisdom now. That's a golden touch. That's the ultimate wisdom. You transcend space and time. You transcend body and mind. You transcend birth and death. You transcend all duality world. Nothing can shake you. Nothing can damage you. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing can kill you. Nothing can defy you, condition you. That's the reality. All things by nature void. The book, the computer, the tree, the star, the planets, the whole civilization, the whole evolution are empty. My dear Dharma friend, that's a golden touch. A golden that is, there's no superior understanding that this golden touch. That is The emptiness is the supreme, sorry, my bad English, is the highest understanding, and no other understanding is higher than this. That's called supreme, right? Anuttara-samyak-sambodhi. That's the, we have different terminology, that's all. All things are by nature void. So the best metaphor we can use as language is the mirror and its reflections. Every day, every morning, you look into a mirror, you see a reflection of yourself, the same size, beautiful, ugly, fat thing, doesn't matter, right? It's your reflection. For sure, that reflection is unreal, right? Is empty, let's say, void. They're not born or destroyed. If something is empty, they're not born. It's a unreal one, so it's not born. So it cannot be destroyed. Because they have no self. No, all things are by nature void. They are not born and destroyed. 不生不灭, 不净不垢, 不增不减. So nor they stand or pure, nor do they wax or wane. The reflection in the mirror is not born and cannot be destroyed. Is not stand or pure. Is not wax, does not wax or wane, because it's empty. I know it's really hard to understand, by the logical mind. What are you talking about? In Chinese, we say 观自在菩萨行深般若波罗蜜多时，照见五蕴皆空，度一切苦厄。舍利子，色不异空，空不异色，色即是空，空即是色，受想行识亦不如是。不净不垢，不增不减，不生不灭。Emptiness is not negation of the existence. It's an insight into the existence. Emptiness does not say the reflection of the mirror does not exist. If you look at a mirror every morning, the reflection is there. Emptiness does not say the reflection does not exist. The whole phenomenal world exists, but it's empty. Has no true self. Is impermanent. All the things come and go, like clouds in the sky. And everything is depending on every other thing. Like why you're listening to me, why I'm talking here. there's some cause and effect. There's some reasons. But no matter you're listening or I'm not talking, the reality is always complete and perfect. That's the thing. It's better you understand it. You have this understanding of emptiness. Because it's always here. It's always here now. No matter you understand it or not. We are using the space and time to transcend space and time, to become timeless and spaceless. And we are using every situation or condition in the space and time. Is not become. To become is not proper either. To recognize that we are originally spaceless and timeless. That's the play of God. Do you know you're in a dream? Once you know, you're using the dream to get out of this dream. Here and now. Instantly. You are awakened. That's called awakening. Awakening from this dreamlike world. Actually, we're always awakened. You see, the words become limited now. You're always a Buddha. A Buddha never declare he or she is a Buddha. It's like you don't declare you are human, right? We are always human. If there's someone go to a stage in the public and say, I am a human, that makes sense. Of course, we are human. You don't need to say that. In the same way, you are Buddha. You don't need to declare that you are Buddha. A Buddha exists because a people exist. Buddha is the antidote of unawakened people. You see, that's absoluteless. It's really mind-blowing. You see, the Heart Sutra continues like this. In emptiness, no form, no feelings, no thought, no choice. There's no consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. No color, sound, smell, taste, touch. What the mind takes hold of, there's no what the mind takes hold of, nor even act of sensing. It's total negation. All these feelings, thought, choice, consciousness, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, color, sound, smell, taste, touch, are all human constructions. It's practical, but it's not fundamentally or ultimately real. It's like if you see a program on a movie on a smart TV. Yes, you may have 100 different channels. You see 10 or 20 movies in 1 month. But in the perception or perspective of smart TV, there's no programs. There's only TV. Do you follow? I use this metaphor because there's only one reality. There's only emptiness. There's no form, feeling, thought, choice, consciousness. There's no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. There's no color, sound, smell, taste, touch. There's only suchness. That's crazy. That's how deep the Heart Sutra is. There's only consciousness. Every other thing is the play or application of the consciousness itself. The whole world is made of consciousness. By you are the consciousness. Underneath your body mind, there's one pure consciousness, one pure awareness. You are directing. You are in a dream right now. You are the dreamer. You projecting a world. I'm projecting a world. Buddha is projecting a world too, but Buddha can see the emptiness of the world, or 5 skandhas in the Heart Sutra. That's the only difference between an awakened and unawakened. There's no ignorance, you see? There's no people because you are Buddha. There's no Buddha because you are originally Buddha. There's no ignorance. Ignorance is just awakened mind. See things wrongly. There's no ignorance or end of ignorance. Neither or that comes of ignorance. 无无明，亦无无明尽。无老死，亦无老死尽。No withering, no death, no end of them. Why we say there's no birth and death? Because everything that has a birth and death is unreal. And the real thing never be born. So it won't die. Body, mind, come and go. In the perspective of body, mind, yes, there's a born, there's a death. But in the absolute, in the pure consciousness, nothing is really born. So nothing dies either. There's no pain, there's no cause of pain, there's no cease of the pain, and there's no noble path to lead from pain. All these pain or the noble truths, the 4 noble truths are the convenient way to awaken us. Once you awaken, you know they're just a tool. It's not the ultimate realization. It's like if you're a professor in in Harvard University. Now you're asked to teach kindergarten student. What are you going to do? You have to say 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is 2 is a convenient way to teach primary students, elementary students. But now you're Buddha or you're a professor in the Harvard University. In your deep down, you say, there's no pain, no cause of pain, no, or ceasing pain, no Four Noble Paths to lead free from the pain. And there's no wisdom to attain. Wisdom is the antidote of the ignorance. If ignorance does not exist at the first place, wisdom does not exist either. So complete. It's blowing your mind, right? Only when you get sick, doctors prescribe your medication, right? If you're not sick, there's no medication. If you're not ignorant, there's no wisdom to counteract that ignorance. Just as a medication is a counteract to the sickness. Now you get it? No wisdom to attain because you are originally wise. Crazy. No wisdom to attain and attainment, 无智亦无得. And attainment of wisdom is empty too. Wisdom is also a convenient way. Like professor teaching kindergarten students. Knowing that Bodhisattva holding to nothing forever, whatever, but dwelling in prajna wisdom, is freed of delusive hindrance, rid of fear, bred by it, and reaches the clearest nirvana. Where is the nirvana? Here and now. Is your here and now different than my here and now? No, there's only one here and now. But I'm in Vancouver, you're in Europe or Asia or anywhere. We have different time. We are in the same space and time? Ultimately, yes. That's the nearest nirvana. There's no nearest. You are always in here and now. The greatest nirvana. Crazy. I know. That's why I like to Heart Sutra, because it's describe the reality. Try to describe the reality by words. That's a really great attempt. It's like you are the number one artist or painter in the world, okay? Now you are invited to paint a picture. The theme of the picture is empty or emptiness. Wow. Now you can think. You use an empty touch or empty paint or brush to paint something and to teach the viewer or the watcher that the theme of emptiness is not easy. Heart Sutra is a painting. A painting of emptiness. And Buddha is the greatest painter. It really is so beautiful. In the Heart Sutra, he depicted emptiness so beautifully. That's why emptiness, the golden touch of Buddha. A golden touch on the phenomena world, on your feelings, thoughts, perceptions, mental formations. A touch on everything. I really mean everything. Anything you can see, okay? Tree, dog, car, building, city, Earth's planet, solar system, Milky Way, all the galaxies are empty. That's a golden touch, and a touch without any boundary. Not only on the phenomena world forms, but also your feelings. Your feelings, you're being angry, you're happy, you're sad, you're depressed, you're anxious, all your feelings, okay, are empty. That's a golden touch on everything, right? It really means everything. Anything you can think of, you can feel, you can see, touch, smell, taste, hear, are all empty. That's a golden touch. That's of infinity. You see, there's no boundary. This golden touch can touch everything, can transcend birth and death, can transcend space and time, can transcend any coordinates of the space and time, can transcend humanity, can transcend evolution. Everything. I really means everything. That's why emptiness is the epic of Buddha's teaching. Nothing is more superior than this teaching. That's called anuttara-samyak-sambodhi. Nothing is more superior than this teaching. That's why I said, if you really understand emptiness, you are awakened being. That's the prajna wisdom. The wisdom again is a relative word now. Freed from all the delusive hindrance. You can remove all the delusive hindrance, obstacles. You recognize your Buddha nature. You get rid of all the fear. All the Buddhas, the past, present, Buddha of the future time, using this prajna wisdom. Or let's say the understanding and the realization of the emptiness come to the full and perfect vision. Hear them, the great Dharani, the radiant, peerless mantra, the prajna paramita, whose words allay all pain. Hear and believe is truth, is the ultimate truth. Nothing is more truer than this truth. Not relative, not the Einstein's relativity, okay? This is the truth, the emptiness, the golden touch. Not even quantum field, the theory. The quantum theory is depicting this, is pointing to this emptiness, but still, as long as the most important thing is you realize this, Then you can use everything, like relativity. You can use the quantum field, quantum theory, because it contains infinite information. That's why Heart Sutra is so hard to understand. But once you decode the wisdom in the Heart Sutra, you can see everything. Everything becomes so easier for you. That's a golden touch. Then gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisattva. So you liberated yourself, and you can liberate others too. So I was touched by the golden touch of Buddha. Now I'm going to touch you. Are you untouchable or touchable? You see, truth never die. You see, truth never die. Tomorrow may die, but truth never die. Truth never dies. That's the golden touch, transcends space and time. Buddha's teaching, touch me. Buddha's teaching is like 2,500 years ago. So the truth never dies. The truth transcends space-time, touched my heart. I feel it, I digest it, I download it. Now I digest it and make it into my words, my experience, my realization. Now I'm going to touch you. Are you ready to this golden touch? Do you want to become a diamond, a purest gold in the universe, a conscious gold, a conscious diamond? And this diamond has no size. That's crazy. If you if you go to New York, Fifth Avenue, what's the unit of the kala, right? Carat, right? Carat, yes. 1 carat of diamond, let's just guess, like 10,000 US dollars, depends on the purity, right? 10,000 US dollars, just this small diamond. Now you have an infinite big and infinite small diamond. What's the value of that? Then no, then what you can say is it's infinite values. You are that already. Crazy. No one teach you this. What? I have to pay my bills. I don't have money to pay my bills. And you say I'm infinitely valuable. It is. The mind cannot get it. Crazy. Hello, Kirsten. Yeah. Nothing is really bigger than this. Sometimes, sometimes I find, what you're saying, so I feel it. I can really maybe understand it too. But, it has nothing to do with my real life. All you're talking or teaching is so abstract. I know, that's the Heart Sutra. It's the hard part. Hopefully you can understand this and realize it. So realization is the key. No matter how many mantras or sutras or Heart Sutras you have repeated, if you don't realize it, still it's just a textbook for you in your mind. But you realize it, it's your reality. It becomes your reality. And you are in the greatest nirvana. Every moment, you are liberated. You are free. We are originally free. We have to understand this, recognize the original freedom. The original freedom. Any sharings, questions? How can one take this and apply to being sick? Sickness is relative. Emptiness is absolute. So, yes, to the body and mind, you are sick. And you feel it. You feel the pain. You feel, discomfort in any terms. But the Heart Sutra teaches us that you are not this body-mind. Body-mind are illusions. So once you recognize your true identity, the pure awareness, you're looking at your body. It's like you're looking at the reflection of the mirror. Yes, you're still sick. You still have the pain, but you don't attach to the sickness. You still go to see a doctor. You have the different therapist treatments. But you are welcome to any outcomes because you know this empty body is related to so many karmic chains. So our body is depending on every other thing. Generally speaking, our health conditions are related to how you sleep, how you eat, how you exercise, It's related to and also your parents, your genetics, right? The health condition is depending on every other things, even the air you're breathing, the water you're drinking, also to your childhood. So the health condition, the body has no true self. It is doomed to get sick one day at least. Is doomed to die, to disappear. Even Buddha himself gets sick too. But he's totally okay with the sickness because he sees the emptiness of the sickness. You still go to see the doctors, but now you're so relaxed, You're not agitated only because, I cannot recover. You take it easy. You take it very easy. You even take birth and death easy. But hurry up to wake up first while you still have this body-mind. So you are sick or someone is sick, but he's relaxed, you see? His mentality or her mentality does not make the sickness worse. awakened beings still get sick because the body mind is conditioned. But his spirit or her spirit is unconditioned. That's the difference between an awakened master and an unawakened people or worldly person. I know it's at least you understand this. Then you try to apply this little by little, day by day. Everyone going to die is going to die. How do you look at your death? That makes difference. Let's say most world people die in fear, in ignorance, in attachments. Oh, I have this, I have to do this, I have to do that. I still have a lot of things to do, but now I'm dying. I have a family, I have $1 billion in the bank. I have to use it. No, that's all empty. Actually, we've never been born. There's no body mind to undergo birth and death. We're not born. We won't die. So this we is not body mind anymore. In the perception or perspective of pure consciousness, there's only pure consciousness. Every other thing is the play of the consciousness. There's only ocean. Okay, waves are the manifestation of ocean. So in the eyes of ocean, there's no waves. So there's no wave appear and disappear. There's no body and mind to die or to be born. That's an absolute view. There's only suchness. I know it's so hard to describe now. It's so hard to describe because we are talking about infinity now. How do you use a relative word to describe infinity? How do you use words to describe something has no shades, has no shape, has no size, has no form, has no feelings, has no thoughts, perceptions, has no understanding, but every understanding, every shape, every feeling, every thoughts, every size, color, are in it? How do you describe that thing? That's the difficulty of language. Language reach its limitation, reach its boundary right now. No words can describe that reality. It's unspeakable, indescribable. Yet we're trying to talk about this. We're using the finger to pointing the moon. You have to realize that the maximum I can do is here now. I mean, I use all the fingers words to describe this thing that is not a thing. That's the limitation of words. But it also is an advantage as a human being. You see, we are better than chickens. At least, I mean, we can try to decode this ultimate reality. And if you are ready, you know what I'm talking. If you're not, it's okay too. One day you will. Because we are all from there. Let's say there, but there is here. That's our Buddha nature. You can realize you are Buddha nature because you are it. If I ask you to become a great pianist, it takes years to. Maybe you cannot at this life, but if I pointing to something you already are, that's very possible too. Takes no time. Only have to recognize this. That's the paradox of the awakening too. It takes years, at least 10 years, to become a pianist, maybe more. But it takes no time for you to recognize your true being, or your Buddha nature. Because you are it already. You don't need practice to become it. All the practice is to remove something that block your way of seeing. Meditation is included too. Meditation is try to remove everything that covers your Buddha nature, let's say. You don't meditate to become Buddha, okay? You realize you're Buddha. You don't pray to become Buddha or be close to in the arms of a God. You are in the arms of God already. All the prayers just to remove that thing that clouded your mind. We are right in the heaven right now. Always. You know how subtle tricks the mind plays, you see? I have to meditate. I have to follow master. Yes, if you think you have to, yeah, you definitely have to. And no guarantee that you can reach your Buddhahood after all these have tos. No guarantee. It takes eons of eons. Okay, Christmas is coming, so Merry Christmas. Christmas Eve or 24th, maybe I can talk about this. The born of a sage. Hopefully you are the sage that could be born in 2 days, maybe in 1 day. Here in Canada is 22, right? Today is 22nd. In 2 days, it's gonna be Christmas Eve. A sage was born. Are you that sage to be born? That's the best way to celebrate Christmas Eve. Or Christmas, you see? Oh yeah, my birthday. Yeah, Boxing Day. Yes. Yeah, Boxing Day is coming. Okay. That being said, let's end in silence, in your pure awareness. A sage is to be born. You, I'm talking about you. Yeah, thank you. That's all for today. Thanks. Thank you, David. Nice talk. Nice. Yeah. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Saturday a.m. Vancouver time. 8 a.m. Yes, Vancouver time. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Bye now.